biggest challenges that the Kenya coast has had is the accessibility of, or rather the accessibility of flights into the country, into the Kenya coast. This has been one of the biggest challenges. You know, they say accessibility is key. If you look at Zanzibar, whether we look at Egypt, whether we look at Mauritius, all these destinations are thriving with tourism, all right? And what is it that makes them unique or special over us? Nothing. If I told Kenya Coast has a much more premium product, has a much more premium experience, but one of the biggest challenges that we have really faced is the accessibility of direct flights. Okay, that is one of the biggest things. And now that we see that the government has started seeing that as an opportunity, and now they're trying to invest, and now they're trying to allow, in fact, we've just seen that the Turkish Airlines is now starting from 28th October. I know there's quite a bit of a code sharing agreement that is coming in between Kenya Airways and Qatar Airline. All right, we can see that we have Ethiopian Air that is there. So with all these new introductions, then there's Fly Dubai. With all these new introductions that are coming in, new airlines that are coming in, is only going to grow. Apart from that, we have had more and more charter flights coming into Kenya Coast. These are all great positive signs of how the growth is coming in. And we are truly grateful to the government. And we encourage and we request that we continue with this momentum. If at all, we should be able to come up with a framework as to how we can incentivize more airlines to land into the Kenyan coast. And I can, as tourism players, we are very sure that the more airlines that start coming into the Kenya coast, all right, the more people will be diverted into the Kenya coast, the more people will choose, because of the fact that we're offering various experiences. It's not just the beach, it's the beach and the bush. Those are the experiences that we're offering. And now that this direct connectivity is starting in, all right, then comes in the second thing, which is the infrastructure. And we can see that there's huge infrastructure investments happening. Right now, if you look at it, there's infrastructure happening between on the Mombasa Malindi Highway. Okay, that's a great sign. The Dongokundu bypass that has really eased up Diani and South Coast. All right, and if you look at the Changamwe interchange, that has also been created. So we can see that there's amazing commitment from the government of growing tourism within Kenya coast. And if at all, tourism is what is really going to grow the economic development, the community uprising of the Kenyan coast. So the major challenge has been the connectivity, which is now being addressed, but there's a lot more room for improvement. There's a lot more of connectivity we can establish, and with that, we're not only going to grow the leisure tourism, we are going to grow also the MICE tourism, which is becoming another phenomenal event. Just recent statistics had indicated that Kenya, the whole of Africa only hosts 3%, and Kenya is, I think, third or fourth in ranking when it comes to MICE. So these are all the various opportunities that are available, but the direct connectivity is what really helps us getting there.